Alright, I don't know what you guys can see, what you can't see. It's not very lighted. You see that plate? Now for some of you that might have seen the progress, I'm getting this member. See this cross member up overhead, and there's my stainless shaft. Now see my little triangular shaped gusset down here? It just bolts right there. See that little screw? Well, I'm going to put bolts in there, but I'm tacking it up in position. You see, I'm getting ready to weld it, and here's the welder stick. I'm holding the light for you. I just love to work outside. Besides, you can't smoke that stogie in the house, plus you can't weld in the house. And there's the wheel. Now I got it shimmed up with cardboard in the hole. See, the wheel goes around, and it's got a hub there, and there's my stainless shaft. Obviously it's too long, I'm going to cut it off, and the bearing plate will go right here. You know, I don't have the bearing in yet, but I just wanted you to see that, like this side, see the gusset on that side? It's just a triangular shaped plate. When the pipe is loose there, see it there? It's all loose. So I'm just about ready to tack it up. I thought, well, I'm going to show these guys. And so what I have to do is I have to get both sides up on the plate here, like so, you know, somewhere around the center. And it's got a hole through it up here on the top, you see. It's going to have a bearing there, but it's going to clear that hole. And I got to clean these welds up and stuff. But this is good solid pipe right here. But it's a good ways away. See how far away it is? Now if you want to go crazy and make it out of carbon fiber, be my guest. But I'm probably going to throw this all away once my son... I just got some cheap board here. This is for my son. He can't do all this. So I'm getting it set up so it's got a top bearing and an adjustable plate here where that can be raised and lowered, but it's got to have an upper and lower bearing so that when you put powerful magnets right here, it's not wobbling all over. So you got to have upper and lower bearing, and the best way to do it is with metal. Steel is very unforgiving, and so you've got to... And I found some pipe. See this pipe here? This is factory bent too, so that makes it nice. And it just goes up and over to the plate on each side of the base of this gadget here, and that gives me my upper bearing, but it gives me plenty of clearance away from the magnets, because I'm just going to have little teeny magnets right here on the plate and right here on the board, and there's no metal anywhere around it. See, and that should help some of you guys understand how to shim things up, and to, before you weld it, you know, get it in place and then weld it, and make sure it's nice and true. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting ready to tack it, so I just thought you might want to see that. And this side's a little bit more of a gap here. I got it a little bit wider there because the motor goes right here. That little hole there. The motor goes there, and it goes underneath of here. Well, I got cardboard in the way, but the cardboard shims it up in perfect in the hole while I'm getting ready to tack the metal, see. So then I'll have a plate right up under here where the bearing goes on. So it's a good solid, you know, setup for the wheel won't flop. And I got a hub there and a hub on the bottom. So you got to hold your wheel straight. You got to have straight bearings. You can't just have one bearing somewhere and it can't flop. Thought I'd give you guys an update on my rig. See, See my triangular shaped plate, and my pipe goes up all the way to the other side, and there's another triangle, and it just nails it to the base like that, and that gives me my upper bearing. Alright, well, it's about time I finish this thing, so I'm working on it.